So I bought a salon, but it came with what I call the black room of death that I've slowly been fixing up because it's a beauty room that I can lease out, more business opportunities for me, but to do so I needed to fix it up because it was in a terrible state.
Now, it was all going good while I had my partner Maddie helping me out, but until I started tackling all on my own, everything seemed to go wrong.
Oh, I didn't put the lid on properly.
And just when you thought that was bad, well, it got worse.
Oh no, start again. It picks up a whole bunch of the paint from underneath. Look at that! No! Oh.
All I can do is laugh at myself, and hopefully that never happens again. So next thing I want to tackle is this security sensor thing that's up on the wall. For some reason it's had masking tape on it. I don't know why. Oh my god, the mess. I don't know why this made me laugh, but yeah, the painting was actually stuck to the floor. And there was hard paint everywhere. Small things in small minds, I suppose. And it's time for me to move all this scrap away, get my little step ladder out, and yes, I do whip my slides off because I'm wearing slides at work. I know that's kind of naughty of me. And I'm just going to take this masking tape off. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but that's all I'm doing there. And this is what we're dealing with. I was really hoping there wasn't going to be black paint there, just considering there was masking tape. But no, I need to deal with this one too. My first attempt was to just use a scraper. I thought this would be best to try and get any of the big blobs off. And it did alright on the surface, but I couldn't quite get into all the little gaps, nooks and crannies on the edges. So the next best thing, my paint stripper. Okay, don't get me wrong, but paint stripper, it is a great product. But I really should have just left it sit there for a little while, but I'm a little impatient. And then what ended up happening is it made the paint kind of spread because it moistens. And then I was like, great, everything's just looking worse. It was like the other day all over again, but that's okay, I have a solution. I did this for the lights on the ceiling, and it was using Bactisol or Sтерosol or whatever you want to call it. It's the anti-bac solution that us barbers and hairdressers use, and it works absolutely great. Because it's majority just alcohol, it's really good paint stripper. Now, after a little bit of rubbing, it definitely looked a lot better, but unfortunately there's still a lot of black around the edges that I couldn't get to. And I also did kind of whack the wall a little bit with my rag that had the paint strip on it. But that's okay. I've learned something really cool. It's called the Landlord Special. I'm going to get roasted so bad for that. But trust me, it works. And I'm also pretty surprised that I managed to do that without getting paint on my clothes. And to be honest with you, I think it actually doesn't look too bad. Once the paint dries, it should match quite well. Oh yeah, and then we got the light switch. I do have a cover for it, but yeah, that too is also quite dirty and good for me, covered in black paint. And that little round thing next to it, that's the knob. So paint stripper and Sтерosol or alcohol it is. It's definitely a pretty good technique, I must admit. If you ever need to get paint off of plastic and it's just not working, give it a go, because trust me, it works. This shouldn't be as funny to me as what it was, but you know when they say, how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? Well, I don't know why this one took me so long. I think I was just being really careful because once I got the cover on, I knew I wasn't going to be able to take it off without breaking a fingernail. You know, just had to get it right, you know.
The painting is done. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to need to touch up around here. Hopefully I don't. Yeah, previously in the salon, or in this room in particular, it was so dark, and I want to rent this room out to a beautician who, I don't know, whatever this person ends up doing, whether they do like brows or lashes or nails or facials or whatever, but they need to be able to see what they're doing. And that's why I made this room nice and bright and light, instead of it being like this dark dungeon. So like, it's still dark out the hallway here, and you can see what I mean. See how dark I am? Yeah, when I come out here, it's nice and light and bright. But the floor. So I had mentioned a few times not to worry about the floor because I was going to be like pulling it up, and I'm actually looking forward to doing that. So I think that's what I'm going to tackle today. So I think it's finally time to kind of clean up a lot of this mess. I don't want to throw stuff out yet because I'm definitely going to use it for another job because I haven't finished in here. This room, hopefully I finished painting. I do want to actually finish painting the rest of the sun. This tin of paint is my nemesis. The lid doesn't go on properly, and I don't know why the lid's not going on properly. I'm like, see, I push it, and then the other side pops up. And fucking sprays her. This is only painter's tape, so it's not going to hold, but I feel like it's better than nothing. I feel like no matter what, this will snap off too. Trying to work out how to tackle this one. Do I roll it that way? Do I roll it that way? Do I cut it? I mean, I don't want it anymore. It's already torn in the corner. I'm worried about here because whoever cut the line out originally did a very good job around there, so I might have to repaint a few pieces, which is because I'm done with painting. I also decided to take my apron off because I felt like I've got more movement now. I can already see I'm going to have to touch these up. I might even have to buy like a skirting board or something. This room's never going to end. This is why I said I wanted to do here first, because I could tell this bit was going to be easy because this is already torn. It's just getting it around the door. Uh-oh. This kind of floor underneath is good. Let me just close this door for a minute. Okay, I'm back. It was just stuck underneath the door there. I think my plan is to go that way. I'm just hoping the rest of the floor underneath is still good. Oh my goodness, there's so much hair. Whoever installed it only put like glue around the edges. Jeez. I just gotta work out how to get it out of the salon. Because somebody tells me it's going to be really heavy, and I don't think I can carry it all by myself, but I have been able to tear it, so I think maybe if I just tear it into strips. Dead bug there. Gross. It's not repairable. I have mentioned before, there was a whole bunch of tattoo ink that had been spilled, and you can't fix that. Underneath, so far it's okay. I do have ancient hair hairdressing scissors. I've been using them as paper scissors for ages because they're like old and shit. So I need them. I was just thinking, I don't think I can throw this in the bins outside. Because there's like rules and shit. Maybe I do need to cut this in half so it's smaller pieces. It needs to fit the bin. Oh! Okay. Unfurl it. So I'm going to cut it. The back of this building, we have a skip bin, but it's shared between multiple businesses. I'm currently filling up the whole bin, especially when next door has a restaurant. Oh, look at that freaking mirror. There was a lot of dirt on the floor. I feel like I made that look so much harder than what it was, but at least I know it's done. Let's give this a sweep. In person, you can see some marks here, and like I noticed, maybe if I move a bit in that area, the floor is slightly discolored. But a beautician will end up putting a table out, or they can even put like a nice mat on the floor, and I think it'll be fine. It'll be covered up, you wouldn't even notice it. But I feel like it's a lot better than seeing tattoo ink everywhere. And paint, because yeah, I spilled the paint. Definitely needs a mop. Yeah. I'll sweep this up. Now it's time to do a run out to the bin. I'm in the salon by myself, which is kind of annoying, so okay, everyone's home for the day, so I think I can only carry one at a time because I need to get the keys. Plus I need a hand to open them. Should be awesome. Trips. I need to take 3 more out. I filmed that. It took me 5 minutes because the walk to the rubbish bin is actually quite far. It's all the way down the back end, so I need to walk down a big long driveway down the back end of the building. But I did see something really funny and I wanted to show you. These are the parking bays. These two people have no idea. One of them's moving the car because on the other side there's a driveway, so people need to get in and out of the parking slot, and if you're blocking the driveway, there's 2 driveways, so it's like an in and out. Let's see if he'll adjust. Oh, went a bit far there. Is he up on the curb? Is he gonna crash into that ute? So close. Sorry, I wasn't filming. Maybe he's got his L plates. I'll stop filming. I didn't want to film too much, but yeah, the guy from Charcoal Chicken, the owner from next door, he even came out and he goes, What's with these people? How do they not know how to park? So the reason why his car, his is the red one, was there is because when he came to work, there was no bays left, which is fair enough, and I knew that. But I think everyone's just copied, but it's funny because the bays are literally on the side. I can't believe that guy nearly hit that you. Okay, it's time for me to take this out to the bin. I'm not gonna film it, so it's gonna take too long. But yeah, and it's heavy too. My arms are sore. Okay, so I finally took all of that out to the bin. Now we have nothing here. And then we come into my little room. Apart from the tripod, it is now an empty room. I'm just sitting that in there for the moment. Let's zoom out a bit. Ta-da! Apart from the little swishy squashies, I think this looks so much better. So much cleaner looking. It's kind of hard to get this whole room at once. So my next step, basin with cabinetry. I might even put shelves here, just so that way whoever ends up renting the space out has more space to put their belongings, or if they want to sell some products, whatever. I feel like, yeah, this sticks out here. There's one here, and the other one is here. And what it is, at the back of the building here, there's actually like a hallway that goes from outside all the way down to the other end. So I think it leads up with charcoal chicken, and then it goes all the way out to the side of the building. That door is now kept locked, just in case weirdos walk in. But that's actually back of a toilet that never gets used. So I think there is like a male and a female toilet, and it was supposed to be like a communal toilet for the whole building. I have had to use it before. They're generally pretty clean. You can tell they were built in the 90s. But yeah, that's what it is. And so there's not really much you can do. It is, yeah, it's concrete. It's just got plumbing pipes behind there, which means we won't be poking anything into the walls, just in case. That irks me. It irks me. Mumbo jumbo pipes. It looks so tacky. It is something I would like to do, but I need money first. And the only way to get money is not only do clients, but finish this room up, and then I can lease it out to someone, and then it'll bring me in a little bit of money each month. Not enough to pay the rent, but a little bit of money. Time to go home. Oh wait, there was something I did notice. So I have been here for 4 years working in the salon, and I only took over at the beginning of this year. So I've only had the salon for 5 months so far, but I've only just noticed this right now. We got these black tiles up to the door. We have black tiles up to the door frame. We've got black tiles that go up to the door. What the fuck happened here? Did they forget? Or was it ripped up? There's a bit of hair there. Because it's interesting how that's different. This has a metal cap on it. Ah, interesting. Okay. That's just concrete and... Wait, no. Oh no, it is concrete. For a second there I was like, is that wood? But no, it's the colour putting me off. Yeah, it's just concrete. Interesting. I won't do that. I'll have to get some glue and glue that down. Yeah, why is this different? Why is there no cap? It's a mystery I'll never know. And I can't even ask the landlord because they only purchased the building last year and the building was built in the 90s. Who knows how that would have happened? So rocked up this morning to find, there's a huge sign outside. I actually haven't got my signage on there yet. I'll get to it one day, but check this out. Look at that. That's good. Lucky there was a cone.
Yeah, I know, because you want to, and it was always the way, the first car to pull up and it was
Yeah. Apparently it was a storm.
Yeah.
It really doesn't look good, does it? It's really just holding on by one piece. But I swing by a couple days later on my day off because I finally need to tackle these lights. I've been saying for quite a long time now they hang down just that little bit low, and I'm quite worried that people are just going to be donking their head on them all the time because some people already do, mainly very tall men. So I had my partner push them up. Now it may seem like I'm being a little bit fuzzy here, but here's me trying to explain to my partner that I wanted them to be kind of higgledy-piggledy. I feel like it's a bit more artistic if they are sitting at different heights. I really don't think he understood that one though. And this is where I sat down and I said, yeah, I think this is perfect. See, my head doesn't touch because I'm short. And then this is where Matt says, yeah, your head doesn't touch because you're like 5 foot tall. So we have a lot of 6 foot tall men, and as you can tell, their head donks. So I said, well, you're just going to have to move it up for me. I don't think he was too impressed with that one, but I really needed it done because what if someone donks their head and then the globe breaks? You never know. Now, yes, it looks good, but as you notice, there are some globes out. So we went to Bunnings, and guess what? I forgot to buy globes. But I did buy the vanity I was looking for. Even though we bought the vanity, we still got to work out how to deal with this, and between one hairdresser and a tray maintainer, the two of us had no idea how to do plumbing, so we needed to call in a professional. Especially with the fact we were looking at this and we're like, wow, this is just a mumbo jumbo. But I was still pretty excited to go check out what this vanity looked like. Definitely looks a lot larger and a lot cleaner than the other one. The other one is revolting.
Ooh. Instructions, look, comes with instructions.
He throws them to the side. The next day I come back into the salon and guess what? They're fixing the sign, which is fantastic. One of the good things about this building that I'm in is if maintenance needs to be done, the people who own the building, they're straight onto it, which is really good. You do hear stories about people having trouble with dodgy landlords, but that isn't the case with this place, and I'm really grateful for that. I set my phone up on one of my trolleys just to get a little bit of footage here, and this actually made me laugh. The tradie decided to park right in front of the camera. What are the chances? And lucky I actually even noticed this was happening, otherwise I would have got no footage of them taking the sign down at all. And like I mentioned before about them being straight onto it when it comes to maintenance, with the wet weather and all, we ended up with a few potholes in the parking lot, and they were straight out there fixing that too, which is great. And it was just something to watch. I did end up getting away for a few days for a little holiday. It was actually the first holiday I'd had in 2 years. So we made sure it was an adventurous one, and then it was back to the salon. Now, I didn't film it, but I did end up hiring a plumber, and he came and fitted the new vanity, and in my opinion, it looks fantastic. But unfortunately, underneath, we still have all that black. I thought that I wasn't going to be needing to paint it because I was intending to buy something that covered it, but then I thought it was going to be so difficult with all the exposed pipes, so I went with a floating vanity instead, which meant I needed to do some more painting. I thought I was overpainting. It definitely needed one more coat. And to remember this whole room was black before, this looks so much better. But it does need something, and it's a mirror. So again, I had my partner come in and fit that one for me because I didn't want to screw anything into the walls. So I had Maddie do that one for me. Now, I must admit, on camera, when I held the mirror up, it looked small. And it really does look small on the camera, but in person, trust me, it's perfect. And the reason why I went with something round, I was trying to go for something a little bit more modern, but we had the PowerPoints to kind of deal with, but I feel like it works. And then we need to work out what to do with these shelves. There's this little section on the side where you can't really put anything there just because of that little cutout or that little thing that sticks out from the wall. So I thought maybe some shelves so there's a little bit more storage. And again, Maddie to the rescue. Now these shelves, they actually just come from IKEA and they come with these little stickers to put over where these screws are. I feel like when you're up close you can notice it, but from a distance it really makes it blend pretty well. Not bad. Oh yeah, I put a can of hairspray on the shelf here just to make sure it was sturdy and just to make sure it kind of looked alright. You need to make sure it's a wide distance apart because you don't know what kind of products might end up sitting on the shelf. And I don't want them falling off. So that was it. That room is almost finished. It does technically need a backsplash around the vanity, but I could lease it out to someone right now and we'll just get along to that one later. So I did post a little ad online and this is how it looked. And all I need to do is wait to find out if someone wants to take it. I have a beauty room that's available for lease here in Morley. It's quite a spacious room and it also comes with a dimmer light, which I think would be really handy for anyone that's doing like lashes or even things like facials. Space is available within a freelance hair and beauty salon. It's a great location. It's just off of the corner of Walter Road and Wellington Road, so you're kind of midway between the Galleria and the Coventry Village, and there's free parking all around. So going back into the salon, we have a staff room just off the corner here, which you can hide away and wait for your clients to come. We also have a stock storage room with a laundry. I do have another beauty room that will be available within the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for that one. And then this is the room here that's available. I probably should have done this in better clothes because I'm just here on my daggies on my day off. But I do think this one's pretty big. You can probably fit 2 beauty beds in here. Have your own keys, so it's 24-hour access. So if you're interested, let me know. And just a reminder with how dark it started off, and this is why I called it the Black Room of Death. It was so dark, and I'm so glad that I was able to make it look so light and bright, and hopefully I can find someone that'll love it just as much as the amount of effort that I put into it. Keep posted, and I'll catch you for the next time. Bye!